Welcome back to sz10 of WWTube. This is Grasshopper's Tournament Edition, and next to go is China and Russia. Starting out with China, we have purchases of 2 infantry for 6 IPCs, all spent. Now, we have 1 combat move for the Chinese this turn, and that is down here in Xikang, where we have 1 defending Japanese infantry. From Qinghai, we're going to send in 3 infantry. And from Suiyuan, we have the Flying Tigers moving down, movement of 2. We'll have 2 movement left. That is the only combat move for the Chinese. So let's get rolling with that. Straight away, here we go. Should be a nice easy victory here. It's just 1 infantry after all. Let's see. We have 3 infantry attacking on a 1. We have the Tigers on a 3. And we have defending dice for the Japanese infantry defending on a 2. We'll throw that in as well. And 1 hit is all we need. And look at that. The Flying Tigers prevail once again. Awesome. So the defending infantry missed and all of the other infantry also missed. So that is a result. We have captured Xikang with no losses. So let's update the IPC chart then straight away. Japan will come down from 62 to 61. And China goes up from 3 to 4. Alrighty, straight to the non-combat phase then. I'm going to take the Flying Tigers and move them back to Kansu. We have 7 infantry in at Qinghai, moving into Kansu. And from Suiyuan, we have 9 infantry, all of them going back into Kansu. Yeah, all of them. And that is it for the Chinese. Let's place units. And let's put them here in Kansu. I think, yeah. So China is at 4 on the chart. So we will collect 4 as China this turn. That's China done. Moving on to the Soviet Union then. We have purchases of 3 infantry in the stack of 3. We have 2 more infantry, so 5 total. We have 3 artillery and a fighter for the total cost of 37 all spent. Okay, combats. 2 combat moves for the Russians. 1 up in the Baltic states and 1 in Ukraine. Starting out here in the Baltic states, where we've got a German infantry and an artillery. From Belarus, now I've got quite a lot of infantry in there, so hell on wheels, you're going to want to split this into a stack of 9, a stack of 2, stack of 2, and a single man. So we're going to take 2 infantry out of Belarus and move them into the Baltic states, trying not to knock him over in the process. And along with these 2 infantry attacking the Baltic states, we've got 2 fighters and a tactical bomber from Leningrad moving in at the movement of 1. And that's that. So 2 infantry, 2 fighters and a tactical up against an infantry and an artillery. And down here in Ukraine, we've got the 2 Italian tanks that just captured Ukraine. So we're going to go after those, and we're going to do it with force. We've got 7 tanks in Bryansk coming in. We've got the tank in Russia, and we've got all of this mech. In fact, we've got 3 mech from Bryansk, another 4 from Russia, and we've got all of this stuff in western Ukraine, minus 1 infantry. So that's 10 infantry, 3 artillery, and the AA guns. I know it's non-combat, but I'm going to move them in now anyway. So let's go ahead and resolve these 2 battles then. Let's do Let's do the Baltic states first, I think. Alright, I've just moved all of this stuff onto the battle board here. So this is what it looks like. Should be an easy win. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so for the Russians we have 2 infantry attacking on a 1. We also have 2 fighters, and we have a tactical bomber paired with the fighter, that's a 4. And let's throw in the 2 defending, we have an infantry and an artillery. So the 2 blues for the Germans. And let's see what we get here. 2 hits is what we need. That's also what the Germans need, would be quite nice for them. Let's see what we get though here. 1 hit only. Interesting, okay. So 1 hit against the Germans. So that means we're going to take off the infantry, and let's try again. This time we'll take out a blue and roll the rest. Okay, round 2. See what we get. We need just 1 hit here. We get 3, and the German artillery missed again. So it's going well for the Russians so far. So I'll pop this back onto the board. Just like that. And let's go ahead and update the chart straight away while it's fresh in my mind. So Baltic states is worth 1. So Russia will come up to 33. Germany down to 41. All right, next battle here in the Ukraine. I'm not going to roll for everything. I only need 2 hits, so I'll just roll for my tanks, I think, to start off with. And if by some miracle they don't get 2 hits, be a miracle for the Italians at least, then I will roll for the rest. So I have, what is that? I think that's 8 tanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just need 2 hits, and we get plenty. Let's get 6. That would have been a great roll had it been a more important battle. Unfortunately, just needed the 2. So let's roll back for the Italians and see if they can get a similar result. And 1 hit. Okay. Statistics. So the Ukraine is back under Russian control. We've taken out 2 Italian tanks at the cost of 1 Russian infantry. And I'll update the chart again straight away. It's an IPC change of 2, so Italy will come down to 13, Russia up 2 to 35. All right, let's go into the non-combat then. I'll just clean this up a little bit. Just like that. Okay, so non-combat. From Belarus, we have an artillery moving into Bryansk. Okay, also from Belarus, we have a stack of 9 and a stack of 2. We're going to take 9 infantry and move them back to Smolensk. And the 2 infantry on their own are going up into Leningrad or Novgorod, leaving just 1 infantry behind here to hold the line in Belarus. The 2 AA guns in Belarus also coming up to Leningrad, and our 2 fighters and tactical bomber also moving back to Leningrad. Over here, and I'm sure you've already seen these moves, spoiler alert, we're taking 6 infantry from Timguska into Kansu. And this is a combat move I forgot, but I'm going to do it now. We're going to take our tank and mech and blitz through Shenxi, liberating that for the Chinese, and then moving back into Kansu afterwards. So again, I'm going to update the chart. Japan comes down from 61 to 60, and China goes up to 5. And right over here, we have our 11 infantry in Buryatia coming back to Yakut, as well as the 2 AA guns, and the infantry in Amur is coming back to Buryatia as well. You know, I'll leave him in Amur. You can hold the line. That is, I think, it for the Russians. No, it's not. This is something I meant to do last go, but forgot. This sub here in 127 moving into C-Zone 125 for the convoy raids. And yeah, that is it now, I think. So let's go ahead and place our units. Okay, so we have everything going into Moscow except 3 infantry. So 3 artillery, 2 infantry, 1 fighter into Russia, and the 3 infantry are going up here into Leningrad. And I think that is just about it. Let's collect monies. We're at war, finally. We have one national objective, which is to control Archangel, have C-Zone 125 free of Axis warships, and not have any other units in our homeland, so that's +5. We are at 35 on the chart, so according to my calculations, that means we're at 40 total collected for next turn. Not bad. So let's recap then for China. In the Xikang, we have 3 infantry, and in Kansu, we have a lot of infantry. 18 infantry, in fact, as well as the Flying Tigers. And for the Russians, we have 1 infantry in Amur. In Yakut, we have 11 infantry and 2 AA guns. In Kansu, we have 6 infantry, a tank and a mech. In Russia, we have 2 infantry, 3 artillery and a fighter. In Smolensk, we have 9 infantry. In Bryansk, we have just 1 artillery. Western Ukraine has 1 infantry. In Ukraine itself, we have 9 infantry, 3 artillery, we have 7 mechanized, and we have 8 tanks, as well as 2 AA guns. Western Ukraine just has 1 infantry, as well as Belarus, just 1 infantry. Baltic States has 2 infantry, and up in Leningrad, Novgorod, we have 5 infantry, 2 artillery, a tank, 2 fighters, a tactical, and 2 AA guns. Still got our cruiser and submarine in C-Zone 115, and in 125 we have a submarine. That is just about it then, I think, for the end of these China and Russia turns. So next to go is the US and France, which will be coming shortly. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.